Hello everyone, good afternoon. I have created a huge mess on my table, but I've been working on the little fall book, and fall is all over my table, and I decided that it might be fun to make some fall artist trading coins. The little circle ones, not cards but coins. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to make some artist trading coins. I probably need just a few more for my swap in Lisa My Eclectic Life group. So I did something similar to this in my little book the other day. These are embossed sheets, which you probably can't see very well, and I just, oops, now I have it all over my fingers. I just took my ink dauber and rubbed it all over the sheet to make this more visible. And I'm going to do the whole piece because while I'm going to cut it out into coins, I might have leftovers. You never know. And I'm going to make several coins the same today. They're usually a little bit different, but today I decided that I would make, well, it depends on how many this will punch out, but how many ever it is, I'm going to just make a couple of sheets of this up into coins. Some of these stamp pads, even though they're almost brand new, seem to be pretty dried out. I bought some glycerin spray replenisher stuff. I need to get sprayed on there. So I really like this color. It's called Bundled Sage. It's just a real pretty green, but yet not bright spring green, more fall looking. And apparently there's a little bit of some other ink that's on this stamp pad. I had one of the pads was all was nice and juicy when these are kind of dry, and it got all over everywhere. So thought for a minute I heard rain. We haven't gotten away without rain for quite a while. We seem to be getting rain almost every day. Okay, let's see how many coins two of these little sheets of paper will give me. And I have a 2.5 inch punch, so that it's, that's what I thought. I'm only going to get about 2 coins per paper. And that's okay. And I have a nice pretty piece left here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet, but I'll do something with it. think I will ink up one more piece because I sort of like to have 6 of these coins. Wonder what would happen if I No, I don't like that at all. I was just trying rubbing the ink pad straight on the paper, but I don't like that. It's too much and it's streaky. The dauber makes it just more elegant, I think. Now, because the design is raised and because the whole piece has a raised design, I don't want to add a whole bunch of stuff to this. You know, we have a tiny space that we're actually working with. It's not a very big space. Okay. I really like this technique though. I'm enjoying the look of it. Sorry, my phone is beeping at me. Okay. Now I got this coffee dyed paper out. I thought that I would put, this is a really cute little saying. It says favorite time of the year. That is if I can get it off of there. Okay, and I know I had a little block here. Well, I think I might want it on this side. And I think I'm just going to use my Distress ink pad. My one I've been using in the little book is called Vintage Photo. Oops, you can hardly see where I'm working. That'll work. I want to make all 6 of these. Now these little stamps are inexpensive stamps. They're not new, and so they're not perfect by any means, but I kind of like the little grungy look. And yes, I know I have an extra one, because if I have an extra one, then if I mess up, then I don't have to go back and stamp another one. Put that over there. And I'm just going to cut little banners out of them. Well, it might be easiest if I just cut it like this. banners or flags, whatever you might want to call it. Let's take a look and see on one of these what it looks like. Okay, I'll probably just cut the flag portion out of one, and I thought I might try putting one of these little things on just to add a little sparkly interest. So I'm just gonna flag them out like that much. And I do not worry terrible about getting everything perfectly straight. I am doing the best I can to make them straight, but I don't worry. This is supposed to be fun. And I think I may back this with another piece of colored cardstock just to, I will try to edit that out. But apparently today is not the best day to make videos, because earlier today I was trying to make a video and had a picture frame fall off the wall. Loud crashing noise. I will have to find something to do with all of these little pieces that came out between. Okay, how many more do I have? Okay, just the one. Always make an extra one, that way you can either use it later or you don't have to go back and try to get it to work the first time. Now, I told you I was thinking about putting something behind these, and I don't think I want the green. I've used the green several times in different projects, but I think this time I want the brown. So I'm just gonna trim this off. Should be able to use it for a couple of them. And we are going to trim off parts of this so that we can just put these on here. And it's always easier to me to cut this little flag the second time if the piece is actually attached. So I'm just going to attach it with a little bit of my aqua glue. And I'll put them all on. And this way I make my little banners just a little bit, they stand out just a little bit more. Just a little bit special. Okay, we need another piece that's about that wide. And it might have been easier to get out the cutter and actually cut several strips, but that didn't work. I'm going to just lay it up there and do it again. Nice thing about doing several at one time is that if you're doing them the same, you can sort of work on one thing at a time, and it just, then all of a sudden they just are all together and finished. So now I have found that my coins will have to be backed. I don't particularly like one layer of cardstock. If I had started with tag board or cereal box cardboard, that kind of weight, I would have been happier, but you can't put that really well through the embossing folders, so it's makes me just as happy to put a second layer on my cards, on the back of my cards. So okay. Now see, by going to this and doing each one of those, I can come back to this one and they're fairly well stuck. The glue may not be completely dry, but at least I'm not fighting with having them slip off. I keep wanting to pull things towards me, and I'm always worried that I pull it out of frame where you can't see it. We have yet to have any fall weather here. Last winter we had a very cold winter, cold for here. We had a lot of days where the nights went below freezing, and that's not normal. We might have 4 or 5 in the winter time where it goes below freezing, but to have a couple of weeks and to have it go below freezing 2 or 3 nights in a row is very unusual. So a lot of the things that were growing decided to die. Well, now we've had so much heat that they all don't know what to do. They're just, all those plants are just kind of freaking out. This one was just a little too wide. I just didn't like how the banner part of it was just too wide. This one is too. It's always better to have it a little too wide than too narrow, because you can trim it. You can't put it back on there. There. Okay. Now then, there's our little banners and our little I think I want this over the top of the banner, just like so. Yep. Now, like I said, this is going to come off the end, but I know that I need to glue it at least most of the way out. It's better to have it glued a little bit too far out than to not have it glued far enough. So what I'm going to do is stick the glue on it like so, and then turn it over like that, because that way if I've got glue further out, it's not a big deal right away. and I will trim them off in just a minute. This is just a very simple little AT Artist Trading coin. But I think they're going to be cute. I think a lot of people have their coins already ready. I'm not sure. I need to check today. I'm not sure who my partners are. I hope they're going to like all the coins I made. Once I get these little banners on, I'll go back and trim, and I'll trim from the back side the excess of the banner off. It's the glue up. And see, I got too much glue out there, and I don't want to have that stuck to everything. So what I'm going to do right now is trim it off all the way around the coin. I'll have to clean up the table in a minute, and then and see, now I can turn them over where you can see them. It would help if I turned it right side up, wouldn't it? That's got a little piece of something attached to it. The next step will be to attach the little glittery acorns. And I have found that for that you need to have tacky glue. The aqua glue does not hold this strange little plastic embellishment very well. So tacky glue works for this. There we go, just like that. And guys, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay guys, I'm sorry for the starting and the stopping today. It seems to be one of those things. We're putting the little acorns on, and we're using tacky glue. I need to get more tacky glue from the looks of it. I have found that since I have to back my little ATC coins with with another layer, that after I get them all made, I put them under some weight, a book or something like that, and it helps all the little embellishments to stay on as well. So and I have to thank Mary from the Mary Altier for showing off these little table glitter things that came in a package. You know, they're so much bigger than confetti. I never really even knew about them. And I just love them. I think they're so cool. Let's see, which side is the right side on this one? I guess that way. But they've made such fun little embellishments for my fall book and everything else. So, and now I think we will go around all the coin with the Distress ink. I have created another little spot where I have no place to work again. Oh yeah, that's... And see how fun they are. Used to be, I made a lot of trading cards. I haven't been doing a lot of that lately, but I do. Of course, I like the circle. I like circles. So these have been a little bit more fun. I may try to do a card up in the next week or so, just because I haven't. That needs a little more in a couple of places. There we go. A little bit uneven is best. And you notice I have a big square dauber. I've had this one a long time. I got the one with the little round pads on it because the little Distress inks, the new little Distress inks are tiny, so I thought that it would be best to, and you can store the little dauber right on the bottom. Like so. Whoops, that one's not in there. Like so, the little dauber's right inside the bottom. So that is why I got the little round one. That, and I couldn't find at the time, I couldn't find any more sponge pads for this one. So now what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to go through here. I'm going to put a backing on my coin, just like so. I just punched out another 2.5 inch circle. It just adds a little weight to the coins, a little bit of thickness, makes them a little sturdier. Okay. I hope you guys have liked this project. I hope it gives you some ideas. I hope even if you're not making artist trading coins, it gives you some kind of an idea to use some of the techniques or something. If you have liked the video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Okay. There we go. Now I might have to go back and ink around them a little bit after they've dried because of the backing. If the white on the backing sticks out anywhere, I'll go around and ink them again. But let's find our little creativity book and find out what today's little quote is. Okay, today's creativity quote is, "Art has to move you, and design does not, unless it's a good design for a bus." David Hockney. And I kind of disagree with that, guys. I would say many buildings are designs. And to me, there are buildings that move me. So I might disagree with Mr. Hockney. Let me read it to you again. Art has to move you, and design does not, unless it's a good design for a bus. And as I said, I think that that's possibly not something I agree with. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a great afternoon. Have fun. Please make some art. Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.